This is some quick tips on Battlefield 1 on PlayStation 4. You can use your setup from Battlefield 4 if you set one up before, and you can literally just straight port it over. Just copy the settings from it and you'll be pretty much there for your sensitivities. Soldier stick sensitivity is your hip fire turn rate and turn speed while running around. 26 is pretty good. It's not slow, but it's faster than the normal. The vehicle stick sensitivity, I recommend about 23% to get the edge on everyone else's vehicles, because they'll all be turning at a slightly slower rate. I wouldn't go any lower than 20%. Soldier zoom sensitivity. This is aim down sights, or ADS, upwards, so it'd be iron sights upwards sensitivity.
We have lost objective apples.
So
We have
run and
taken
gun with, say, a pistol on the minimum zoom level until you're happy, whatever setting. But 61% is pretty good for that. I run with steady scope on the press, so it leaves me to, so I haven't got to hold it, so you can aim easier.
We have taken objective Edward.
Soldier buttons. I like to go alternate on that, so that my R3 buttons crouch and prone, so I'm not likely to accidentally push the melee button if it was the melee weapon instead, and foul up your shots, which is sometimes annoying when you really need it to be a shot instead of panic pressing. Transport buttons, for some reason they're the same as default everything else in the alternate position for the vehicles. You notice the fire turns to acceleration on there, so I alternated that. Horse buttons, I think the default was melee on R3. You don't need melee on R3 when you've got your R2 button is your main fire button. It becomes melee when you've got the sword out. So R3 now is left, right side sword swipe. It's over the shoulder. If you're looking left, you'll swipe left with your sword. Same with the right. Alright, in the zoom levels, I don't touch any of that lot at the top because, pardon. Right, because uniform soldier aiming exists, which came into existence halfway through Battlefield 4's life. You turn that on, and then you can use the coefficient setting, which is a percentage slider on the top zoom level sensitivities, so you can slide it right back if you're going to overshoot. And 34% is pretty good for that. If you notice, I've started scaling back the field gun. I just thought it was a bit twitchy. I will start messing around with some of these, but not to a great degree. As I said earlier, yeah, you have to do this one first, otherwise it'll alter everything else that you ever touch.
Edward.
So you've got to be happy with this one first for your hip fire turn rate. And the soldier zoom sensitivity, that'll be hip fire, not hip fire, aim down sights, so it'll be equivalent to iron sights from Battlefield 4. Or if you use like a pistol on a minimum zoom level. I've already said this, but I'll say again. Right. Vehicle aim relative control, I like to turn that off. With it on,
we have taken objective Edward.
Where you're aiming is where your vehicle will drive if you push forwards. Or if you push backwards, it will line up straight with where you're aiming. So it rotates the base of your tank or whatever, and it's annoying. So I turn that off. You can't strafe around anything. And the coupling, this locks or unlocks your turret to the base of the tank. So if you rotate the base of the tank, with it locked, the turret will turn with you. With it unlocked, it will stay the way it was facing. I like to have it locked to the base, so it's in the off position. Decouple aiming from turn. Yeah, the off position locks it to the base, so that you can rotate the base of the tank to the left, and the turret to the left to turn fast onto targets. And right, that's that. In gameplay, what have you got in here? Inventory.
We have lost objective
That
Freddy.
shows all your inventory on the bottom right hand corner. When active means when you push the triangle button to switch between weapons, it will show you
We have lost
your gun
objective
layout,
Duff.
your equipment setup, and your sniper zoom level if you've got one. Also, it will show you the rate of fire you've got selected, if it's single fire or automatic fire. I mean, I'd like to put it on show constantly, but for the minute, show doesn't work quite right from game to game. I think it's fairly glitched. So when active is the best option at the minute. Also, on the fighter planes, I managed to get it to work once upon a time. The show option shows you what your gadget slots equip. So in the fighter plane, it had a boost heal or quick heal button is the left D-pad that I didn't know existed because I couldn't get this to work. So just to let you know, what else have we got in here? Right, this is another thing that's worthwhile doing. The flight zoom radius, I turn that right up to 500. What these do, these three options here, is they zoom in and out the little mini-map that appears on the bottom left-hand corner. The higher the number, the more you can see in your surroundings. The lower the number, the closer you are in zoom. I mean, I set the vehicle zoom radius the same as the on-foot zoom radius because I played around with that until I think 150 was the highest I'd go for the detail you want to see, because it starts to get, I don't know, too small. You can't see exactly what is around you beyond that level. Oh right, show stationary weapons. That default is on heavy, but if you put it on all, you can notice that there are jeeps and things around the map that don't otherwise show up that I didn't know existed.
We have lost objective
So that's
Butter.
good to have that on. And in the advanced options, context-based order giving. That is when you're the group captain or commander, when you're tapping R1, spotting things around the map or on an objective or a lettered flag, it will mark it for the rest of your team. But in Battlefield 4, I like this in the no position because it used to chat on and on. It used to say attack this target over and over again, which was annoying. So there's a preference there if you want that on or not, because when you're spotting things around the map, if you accidentally, or if you're looking at one of the objective areas, it will automatically tell everyone to attack that target instead of the one that you wanted them to go to. So there's an option. Back out of that. There's nothing in audio. Video, yeah, the brightness, it was really low to start with. I had to turn that right up. I didn't want to adjust my TV settings. And there's a field of view. What this does, if you turn that right up, a higher number, it will show you more of your left and right environment, but it will zoom out your center viewpoint, which I found in the long term it just didn't help you out. I mean, I even set up the field of view backing into a corner of a room and made it so I could see both the walls because I thought that'd be beneficial, but it zoomed out the middle too much, so I just reset the video feedback to default. But for the vehicle third person field of view, I like to drive vehicles within the vehicle, so you can afford to whack that right up, and then when you switch to third person view you can see more of what's going on around you, and then you just switch back into the seat. Right, and the ADS field of view, if you do fiddle with the field of view here and you turn on ADS field of view, it's going to be at the same zoom level when you aim down the sights, which is not beneficial. I recommend you turn that off, because you really, when you aim down sights, you want to zoom in on your target and you want to concentrate only on them. You don't really want to see everything around you. You want to be able to see what you're shooting at. Motion blur, nobody needs that on their screen. You want to see what you're looking at. Weapon
We have
DOF,
taken objective Charlie.
I like that off. That is basically, it blurs the back end of your gun because it's trying to be realistic and assuming that you're looking in the foreground, not at the back of your gun. But in reality, when you look at the back of your gun, you focus on it and it's not going to be blurred, is it? I find anything blurred on my screen, it's distracting or it makes my eyes go funny, so you don't need it.
We have lost objective apples.
Oh, let's just go in the game. Right, let's get on it.
We have taken objective Freddy.
Let's go.
Use that first aid. The scout, you see it?
Yeah, this gun's not set up for the longest of ranges.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand.
What the? Oh, I got sniped just before I went in the hole. Where was he? He was up a tower somewhere.
Protect the objective.
Flame? Oh, right, it's got
Take down first aid.
We are losing objective Echo.
Not going in. Let's get it mask. I've got some shit. This gun is not that accurate. Well, that was lucky. It's quite a long run. Oh shit. Well, I wasn't that lucky then.
We are losing.
He was blind, that guy, wasn't he? I suppose if he'd turned his field of view up, he would have seen me, but he wouldn't be able to aim at what he's looking at. Shit. Burn. Please burn. No. Missed him on the wrong side of the bloody fence.
We have lost objective Butter.
Right, there was a guide on how to set your controls and to get them how you like them. Hope you can benefit from it.